got so many ticks to do things, haven't you? So I've got to do them when you can. You know, all our ticks are running out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, apart from Sam's there forever.
What's that?
I said you're there forever, Sam. So
there's only so much time left to do
it. Took me a while to work out your I thought that what's that? You know, YOLO. I thought it was that a bit like swalk on the back of a letter, you know, sealed with a loving kiss. And it took me a while then to work out the you only live once.
Yeah.
To my KPM.
It's the modern version of whatever you wrote.
Yeah, but I think mine was a stab at the Latin for seize the day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But I think that's the modern version of seize the day, I suppose.
In fact, Con, when I said, Con, I'd written a song with Now in a Minute.
Yeah.
That actually is in the same song as KPM.
Well, yeah, multilingual songs.
It was
No, you have to write a few songs. Perhaps you can see if you can write a song with Quimper and Nuremberg in it.
Yeah. So there I was now in a minute, off to Quimper, passing by Newburgh.
Yeah.
Who did I see there but Biscuit, oh Biscuit, here he comes in right now on at the minute. Oh, this is getting good, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you can use all sorts of biscuits. You can start with McVitie and work your way down to Jacob's Crackers.
Yeah.
Where was that beach you were over by there on, Andrew? Dorset, is it? That big
beach.
With the picture of you on the beach just there with
that's Langland.
Was it? Not the one
behind you when you and
you just flashed up an image there now.
When you're standing on the beach, it's Oxford, isn't it?
Oh, that's Oxford. That is, yeah.
Good, get around to him.
Well, aye.
Sorry, Con, has the surf stopped in Hawaii? Because I'm just looking at the Gulf now on the other side, and there's nothing there.
No, there's no surf. Well, there's waves. It's on hold.
And can you tell me, what was that competition last night that was on? I didn't quite understand it. They all just sat there for like 2 hours.
Where was that, in Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, that's in Burley. It's a single fin contest.
Well, they're sitting in the water waiting for the wave, or...
No, I think it was a team competition or something.
Yeah. It's like there's a select. What happens is they all ride single fins.
All right.
So if you don't have a single fin, they got a selection of single fins there. So you can pick.
But there wasn't much action. That's what I mean.
It wasn't very big waves yesterday in Burley. I was looking at the webcam and it was particularly not so good.
I don't understand a team competition like that. So I would have thought they just picked the best 3 waves or 5 waves.
No, what happens is it all depends. There's many rules for that. But if it's 4-man team, for example, and first one goes in and surfs until he gets what he thinks is his best wave or a wave. And if he gets a wave, he can put his hand up like this, okay? And that counts as a score. But if he puts his 2 hands up, that counts as his final wave. So then he has to come in and the other guy, next guy paddles out, does the same thing until so they get about 40 minutes usually. It can be quite...
but it's not very good television, that, is it?
No, it's like watching paint dry.
I mean, but like all things, a bit like skateboarding. Once they had it in the Olympics and they had the proper sort of setup, then suddenly it came to life then, didn't it? You know, it was interesting.
Yeah, but it was always interesting, Michael. Just didn't look in the right places.
not for the masses, Con.
Not for the masses. You're right. Yeah, that's why I said it didn't look in the right places.
And at the end of the day, a sport will only survive if a lot of people take part in it.
Yeah, well,
otherwise it just sort of slides away. So if you want a sport to be popular, it's got to be like when sports on the Olympics, they always become popular, don't they?
Exactly.
Tennis, Wimbledon,
Yeah.
people suddenly go
I can imagine after the Olympics now is about 10 million comers trying to buy tickets to go and surf Tapu.
Yeah, well,
Never surfed before. Let's go and surf this mythic Olympic break. We're gonna show them, and we, wow, yeah, brilliant.
Does that place still exist in North Wales? You know, the generated thing?
No, it's closed down.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
Oh, so lack of use or what?
yeah, I think so. It's in the wrong place, the wrong time.
There's
And
another one opened up now, though, isn't it? Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, is it Scotland or North England somewhere? Another quarry they found.
Scotland.
Bloody hell.
it's just they just high
Oh.
maintenance, aren't they?
Yeah.
You got to pay so much to go. It's like that zip wire thing, you know. Like people do it because it's a once in a lifetime thing, but there's only so much times people will go there.
Bristol one seems to be doing okay.
Yeah.
The Wave Garden in Bristol seems to be
I
doing
think a
pretty
lot of
well.
people, you can get to it quite easy though, can't you, from
Yeah,
everywhere?
it's very accessible, isn't it?
How much do they cost?
Bloody expensive. 80 quid an hour.
Yeah.
Well, zip line or the surfing thing.
No, the zip wire is about 120 quid now. But surfing I was talking about. So just like 4 people go in for that hour or something.
No, you have about 8 people, and you're all sitting in line, and you take a wave, and
Right.
and you got the coach telling you where to take off and all this kind of stuff, and be interesting to try it out.
Anybody been on one?
No, I haven't.
You are. I just checking now. It's 200 quid for 4 sessions, or you can buy a 25 slot bundle for 1,125 quid,
Bloody hell.
Oh, there we
or
are.
a 50 term bundle for £2,000.
So what's a slot? What's a
Sign me
slot?
up, sign me up, Cup.
Doesn't. I'm just trying to see what it says. It doesn't say. It must say somewhere.
Is
Surf
a
bundle.
spot an hour or something?
Let's have a look.
See, surfing's a sport for the masses, Con.
It is, isn't it ridiculous, man? It's always the rich kids, it's rich all the time, man. It's so much. You could have so much money to go surfing now. It's ridiculous.
Particularly the equipment you need to. Well, you don't need now the equipment they got
No,
now.
once you got the equipment, I find I don't know, because I come from lonely background, a lowly, because I was born in a stable.
Your birthday the other day, wasn't it?
Huh?
No, it's not come yet.
Shh, don't tell him that.
No, I said it's his birthday the other day. Lonely Stable, 25th of
Oh
December.
yeah.
We didn't get it.
Get on the page.
No, but I always thought, you had to be sort of semi-rich to go surfing, because a lot of the people I was hanging out with, so for you lot, of course, were all sort of quite well off, like,
Oh.
like I won't get around to being racist or anything, but they're around.
Only one of us could afford to go on the school holiday to Switzerland, Con.
Yeah, only one of us. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
can only
you were lucky.
afford to go to Porth Call.
All I got was a wetsuit. I had a choice of going to Switzerland or having a wetsuit, so I bought a wetsuit.
Just look. It doesn't tell you how long you get for this 2,000 bloody pound.
Our session, I think.
Oh, you park the car for free.
Oh, well, that's
Talking-
okay then.
Talking wetsuits, I had to slam it. I had to get one from Capstan
Yeah.
House. The
First question I want answered would be, how warm is the water?
It won't be warm where they are.
And it'll be fucking fresh water as well. It'll be freezing in winter.
What, in Scotland?
In bloody Bristol.
Like anywhere. Fresh water's colder, isn't it? Is that something to do with the
Imagine inland, in North Wales inland, how bloody cold the water was. Even in summer, it's not exactly warm, is it?
No. Well, any lake. Where was I? Oh, I went swimming in a lake in Spain once, and I thought that would have been okay because there was lots of people that dived in, and straight away ice cream headache,
Yeah.
freezing.
I'll give her a ring anyway tomorrow.
No, it's not good.
Although I did do the same once in Barcelona. They had a rooftop one, and it was a warm day. It was in probably in May, and we went up there. People were all sunbathing. Well, about 8 people. Of course, I dived straight in, didn't I? Of course, and again, that was really, really cold. As I hit the water, before my feet had gone in, I knew I'd made a mistake.
Yeah.
So everything from a small size went to a minute size.
Yeah. You knew why nobody else was in the water.
Exactly, yeah. So
Yeah.
I swam one width and got out sort of pretty sharply and sat down very quick.
Yeah.
The towel around me.
Yeah.
Did they rush over you with oxygen?
Yeah, well, I know.
We
So I
did the
needed
same
it.
at Benidorm.
Cold water really takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was, I can't remember what time of the year it was. It wasn't summertime, but I can't remember whether it was early or whether it was late. And there was a load of people sitting around the swimming pool. It was like a proper little sun trap. And so we went down, and a few of the boys were sitting around there, and me and my son said, come on, then we got to get in. And we didn't dive in, but because we knew it was going to be cold, but we didn't appreciate how cold it was going to be. And then a couple of days later, we went in the sea, and it was lovely
Where was that?
in Benidorm.
We went to Portugal. I don't know if anybody's ever been there, but if you look on any of the magazines, there's thousands of people on the beach. There's not many people in the water.
Oh, it's cold, man.
And it is seriously cold. I couldn't believe how cold it was.
Yeah, it is cold.
Midsummer, and it was like Amazon the tour.
But it's that temperature all year round, Kev, even in winter. It's not quite gloves, but
is that something to do with where the currents and the tides come from?
It misses out
water comes up from the Atlantic,
and it misses out in the Gulf Stream.
What was funny in the beach where we went in to swim, it was a nudist beach. And
you took all your clothes off then, right?
Just not to appear conspicuous.
Yeah. So first time I'd ever done it, but it was a hell of a laugh.
And all of a sudden you thought, oh, I must be conspicuous. It's acting.
Yeah, well, part of me was conspicuous.
Yeah.
So you're standing out, were you?
He walked on a beach with a towel and he didn't have it in his hands.
Yeah.
Hanging on the hook.
Yeah.
Smile on his face going,
Yeah.
I met a friend of mine was a nudist. We went with her to a beach once, and the bank manager was there, and he was one of these people who went there, and he came over. He was about 6'2", he's a big guy, and she came over with him to introduce me, and he said, "Don't get up," and he shook hands, but all I was looking at was his swinging trunk.
Yeah.
Elephant's trunk.
Yeah. I remember
don't shake hands. Get a grip on this.
We went to Menorca some years ago in the summer, and I'd done a bit of research into the area we were in. And the main beach, there was a section of it that was nudist beach, and it was a bit of a pain really, because you weren't allowed to walk across the sand dunes. They were all like fenced off.
So that's when you realised you forgot to pack your binoculars.
Yeah. So you want to walk all the way like to the left to go to the end of the beach, and then we walked the length of the beach, which was probably about a mile, I suppose. And I thought, where's this nudist? Because Marion didn't know that it was a nudist beach, and we weren't naked, I will add, but when we got past, there was like a lifeguard ladder thing on the beach, and then I realised that the nudist bit was after the lifeguard ladder, and you started to see them, and it was something that you didn't want to see because they were flipping. They weren't nice to look at, and we just wanted to get to the other end of the beach as quick as we could because it was, not very nice.
It was hard walking nonchalantly, was it?
Blokes,
I remember-
blokes and women, blokes and women, and it was hanging out everywhere.
Where was that? Kip?
That was in Menorca.
I was going to say in the middle of that, it's not like Marion not to be naked on a nudist beach in Mallorca.
No.
And just as well, she doesn't listen to this.
Yeah. And the funny thing was that there was a woman. We were just walking along the edge of the water, walking in the water, and there was a woman in front of us. And I said to Marion, let's speed up a little bit and get past her. I'm not looking at her flipping rear end all the way to the end of the beach.
I remember one time a tree and Cridgy came over, okay? So it wasn't so much waves in La Torre, but it's another place called Tronwen, which is a nudist beach, So I took them down there. Of course, I was used to it. So you just take your shorts off and you go down the beach, like. So I got them down the beach, and Cridgy's going, fucking hell, you're naked. I said, yeah, it's a nudist beach, Cridgy. You got to take your shorts off, and we're going surfing now in the nude, all right? He's like, fuck, what? So I talked him into it, and the three of us were in the water surfing nude. Like, it was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And yeah, the wax rubs it on it.
Wax wrap.
Yeah, wax rash. It was so funny. Tree and Cridge.
Mind you, whenever you go, I don't go to nudist beaches, but whenever I come across this, it's always been full of big German guys.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say German, but I just got a feeling they were.
I don't know. Yeah. They looked. I don't know. As you say, I automatically assumed that everybody was German because.
German flags.
Yeah.
They were all saying Dankeschön.
Yeah. And drinking beer normally. That's a German trait. And Scandinavians seem to like to drink beer on the beach.
God, yeah. Bloody hell.
There was a couple by us. They were a nice couple, but they must have had about 10 cans when they were there.
Yeah.
It's just every sort of half hour off for a beer. It started about sort of 10 o'clock in the morning.
Danish, man, is brilliant. I love the
Well,
humor.
because it's so much cheaper here than there, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, right. Yeah, bloody hell. But
Yeah,
that was really funny. Like, because when I was working in Copenhagen, the beer in town would be like 40 euros a pint, and then you go out of town to where we were living, it's like goes down to about 18 euros. But it's not a pint; it's a liter.
Wait a minute now. In town it was €4, and out of town it was 18.
No, 40 in town.
Oh, 40. Right, 40.
Am I right? No, maybe I'm not right. Hang on, 40 euros.
Maybe
A lot,
40 quid for a pint for a litre.
Yeah, no, I'm wrong. I'm kronos. Sorry, 40 kronos, which is I don't know how much that is. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot.
But then it was only 8 elsewhere.
18 or less, if you go to one of the
Less than
local bars,
Yeah.
Well, I was in Finland, I think it must have been about 12 years ago, 14 years ago now, and it was about 8 quid a pint then.
Finland's ridiculously expensive. And no
You
way.
could get vodka cheap, but you just couldn't get beer cheap.
No.
Don't know why.
That's why you get in Copenhagen, you get the Norwegians and the Swedish and the Finns coming over for a cheap weekend in Copenhagen,
What did you say was cheap, Michael? But the beer was expensive. Accommodation?
Beer was expensive.
And the vodka was cheap.
Well, vodka was cheap.
All right.
But again, like it's like everywhere, isn't it? If you go to a town centre, somebody said to me the other day that they went to see their Chelsea supporters, and they go to a pub in Hammersmith, and they said they actually wrote. It only seemed the other day we were complaining the beer went up from £2.20 to £2.40, and they said today we paid £8.50 for a pint.
How much is a pint now? How much is a pint of beer now?
Down here, in say the White Rose, say between £4.50.
Yes, couldn't afford to go with me.
But in town, unless you're in Weatherspoons, it's about sort of £6.
Shit.
I think Weatherspoons is only about £3.50 or something, £4.
Yeah, for lager.
But they're all about the same con now, the beers. I mean, the only one is you pay a lot for is Madri.
Oh yeah, that's the bottled
They
beer.
seem to be expensive. Mind you, we still have happy hour in the White Rose, so from 5 till 8, Monday to Friday. Only
That's
£3.
spirits or beer as well, Mike?
That's happy week.
Everything, most spirits. Most
And
spirits
beer?
and beer, yeah. It's £3.50. Everything.
You're in it.
But they're also doing a thing there now, if anybody fancies it. I don't know if I mentioned this. It's 33% off at the moment till the end of January in the White Rose.
What off anything?
Beers and drink, yeah.
God.
You just got to tell them when you go in, I think. You can get a little code.
Well, you give them a code.
Funny enough, we went to Bistro Pierre and they're doing 30% off as well at the moment. And
Is that a sign of the times, Mike, is it?
I think they're just trying to get people in January, to be honest.
What do you say about the Rose? You have to give them a code to save for the 30% off.
Yeah, if you go in, you say if you got this on, then they'll give you a code or something. Yeah. We had one on our phones.
They don't automatically give it to you. You have to say, "I'm in for the deal."
Tell them when you go in. Yeah, you get a QR code.
I went to Pier Biscuit for breakfast the other day, and compared to the Oyster House where we went for Christmas breakfast, it was absolutely stunning.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're there next time, then.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it is. Breakfast is good there.
yeah. It is.
I say I've had a breakfast in the White Rose and it's been fine for, I think it was £9 for a full breakfast.
Could go in.
Full Irish breakfast.
It's better on.
But you get a shamrocks on it instead of lava bread.
Yeah, you can have a pint of Guinness for your breakfast.
Yeah, nice one.
Can you see
Everybody's drinking that non-alcoholic Guinness now, aren't they? Zero.
Yeah.
For some reason. I've still not tried it. People tell me it's nice, but
haven't they all been pushing in January because it's like dry January? Are there a lot of the pubs pushing their non-alcoholic stuff and zero stuff?
yeah. I've seen a thing on Facebook today, and it said something. For every person that takes place in dry January, a barmaid dies. I thought, oh, that's a T-shirt somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really understand these dry months.
What do you want? What do you want?
Give it up altogether or carry on drinking, I reckon.
Yeah.
Keep the economy going.
Yeah.
I've eaten it all. Yeah.
10 years tomorrow for me.
Well done, that man.
Yeah.
And
Gotta be. I can't be far along to that either, Gary. Yeah.
and I know Sam will know in Biscuit Boat. There's the Dragon Boat, the Chinese closed as well in Mumbai.
Well, I had to look to see where that was. I saw there was a bit of a hoo-ha about it. So I thought, where is the Dragon Boat? And then as I was driving along there today, Yallop's caught my eye because that was mentioned as well. And I noticed the windows are full of circus posters. So I thought, oh, that must be. And then I could see the Dragon Boat next to it.
Yeah. But people think Yallop's are closed for the winter, but I think they've gone out of business altogether.
Yeah, because I mean, the tradition of the fish and chip shop being somewhere near people who will come and walk because they've had that whole summer of the seawall work where it's got to be affecting people who are going for the stroll, mumbles down, along the prom. Oh, let's go over for some chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a real. I mean,
Well,
whether
we
they
went
can
for
wait for a couple of
breakfast,
years when it's
We
all
went for
finished.
breakfast on Wednesday and went the trams and that was shut. And then one of the boys rang them and they said that they're having an extended Christmas.
Well, it's the same as the bars in Langland, although traditionally they've always closed after New Year's Day. They usually shut for 2 or 3 weeks, one for redeck, maintenance, whatever. But I don't think they need to do any of that now, so the sign just says staff holidays, opening again on the 29th of January. It's like if they're going to close any particular period, well, close then. Save some money,
Yeah, it's not good for staff, is it, really?
Even birdies have gone quiet in certain times of the day.
You know what's about this time of year, isn't it? It's cold, it's wet most of the time.
Yeah.
I went in was it Wednesday last week? Birdies. It was quite nice, to be honest. You didn't have that noise of people talking.
Yeah.
It's like sitting at the bottom of a boat somewhere with the engine going.
Yeah.
Bella, you're not
Well,
going again. Come here.
It was
I'm a bit of a
quite pleasant.
I get
bit of a
really annoyed.
Sorry?
You go to so many restaurants and it just the noise level, and it doesn't
Yeah.
cost a lot to reduce the sound. It's not an expensive item on the agenda when you're doing a place up. They don't do
Yeah,
it.
but in Verdi's it would be expensive because the structure.
All hard surfaces.
I
Yeah, it
used
doesn't
to
cost
hate
a lot.
I used to hate Verdi's. I'll only go in Verdi's now if I can go on that narrow strip that's parallel with the
Yeah, I know.
prom.
Well, is it a bit quieter in there?
Yeah,
Have you?
it's quieter there. I won't go in the big bit where you go.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, to me, I psychologically just shut off. I hear the hubbub around me, and unless it's kind of half term and you have a number of younger people in there going for it, it's not
Yeah,
about.
I suppose if you go in there on your own, you can shut off. But
Yeah.
if you go in there in company,
To
they'll
talk.
call you an ignorant bastard.
Or you keep saying, "What did you say? Say it again."
Yeah.
I can't say it.
Yeah.
I'll be asked.
There's nothing worse than that. You're having a conversation.
It's not too bad at the moment, Biscuit. I'll be honest with you, because we sat in the big bit and it was okay.
Yeah.
But then again, it was half empty. So
I'm trying to remember when.
everybody was sitting around the quiet bit.
Yeah.
Screaming
Making a-
their heads off.
I think it was Thursday. We went down there.
You go in the pier now.
No, I went a while back. I went into that new cafe thing that they've got.
Oh, the rocks thing on the
It
rocks.
was crap in there, to be honest. So
Oh, the cafe on the pier, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
Silverfish or copperfish or something?
that like lean-to thing next to the
Yeah,
chip shop.
copperfish.
Yeah.
It was crap in there. So he said, we won't go there again.
And that's not the cafe bit that's on the boardwalk. You know the one.
That's the
Can't
amusement.
go on a boardwalk, can you?
No, the only amusements are. Well, the amusements is one half of that building, and the other half is the cafe. And then
No,
there's
it's all amusements now.
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
half
Shut
of
the
it is
cafe.
still burnt down, and they moved the machines into the cafe bit.
Oh, right.
So the
Yeah.
cafe now has
Really?
moved to the new where the big wheel was.
All
Yeah.
right.
Is the big wheel going back?
They haven't said yet, but yes.
They were taking
Whereabouts
it
was it,
down.
Mike? Whereabouts did it actually fit down there? Because I haven't been down there when it was there.
Well, if you can imagine,
Cinderella's.
was across that bay. If you were standing on the wall looking
Yeah.
down to the beach that's off from Cinderella's, well, it's literally runs in that space, in that parallel.
Well, that's where the cafe is now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's,
but that only takes
Inside the
across
cafe.
the room.
No, it's just they'll have to go down then to put the wheel back up.
What they built it
No,
like a
it was
temporary
a
cafe
contract.
there, have they, Michael?
Sorry?
Have they built a cafe where the wheel was?
No, it's where it's at the end of where the chip shop was,
Yeah.
and it's like a lean-to sticking out, made of glass,
Ah.
and it's got about, well, I say about 40 covers in there. But there's
Oh.
plenty of room to put the big wheel back where they said
Right.
to. Although
Yeah.
they did say they were going to put it in a new exciting place next time, so maybe they're going to put it in the sea.
Yeah, good idea.
Can you get down to the beach then when the wheel was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still had steps going
It's
down.
basically in Cinderella's footprint.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Basically on the dance floor of Cinder.
Yeah, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but I'm
when,
sure
when
it'll
we
go
went to the
back.
cafe, a few months ago, the wheel was still going when we were there. But they were taking it down, by the leisure centre the other day when we walked past there.
Yeah.
It's the same wheel, is it, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be in it.
Yeah. Not much of a view from that cafe though, is it, compared to the other one? You're looking at like a
wall.
car park almost.
Yeah.
Till they put the big wheel there, then you'll just see the bottom of the big wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was, as I say, we wouldn't go back there.
Yeah.
Unless somebody comes up and says, "Oh, it was fantastic" or something, and
give it another go.
Give it a go
I
again.
must admit, some people have said to me that the chips and fish and chips are good there, but I don't know. I mean, I'm a Johnny's man, so.
Well, we went for a walk down there the other weekend, and it was empty, that chip shop. I think there was one person in the cafe. The
one opposite where the arcade was, that chip shop there?
Yeah, well, they've just moved across, haven't they?
Yeah.
No, but it used to be where the Toby and the Salty was. That's where the chip shop's thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you just say? I forgot what I was going to say now. The parking has probably affected it as well because they put this number recognition system in now, haven't they?
Yeah.
So you've got to pay sort of thing. Whereas I think people used to go down there, have a cup of tea, and then sort of get used to get. I don't know if they still do it. You used to get a cup of tea or something and get £2 off.
Well, if you park there initially when it was £1 or something or £2, you then went into the cafe, and you got that money refunded.
No,
Yeah.
When we used to go down there every Wednesday, it was £3 for 2 hours, but you got £2 back.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, a cup of coffee would cost you £1 because you'd use your voucher.
Yeah.
But did they catch the bloke that smashed into the apple on, was it Friday night?
Well, on the Facebook things that were going up about it, and everybody was debating one thing or another, somebody had actually said, accident reported 18 minutes past 11. It was a 17-year-old girl. It gave a running commentary. She was driving around there at 19 miles an hour. A friend said to her, "Oh, look, the Big Apple. I used to go there when I was small." The driver glanced across to look at the Big Apple, lost it, and so that sounded like, I thought, was somebody got a police report there or what? And then they said,
she was doing
the bollards.
90.
What?
She was doing 90 mile an hour.
19.
Must have been going faster than 19.
Yeah. Well, he said 19, just to make sure they were going not more than 20 mile an hour. But the bollards, apparently, though, Michael, did you put the picture up showing the bollards there?
Yeah.
And it looks like, if they'd have put one more bollard a bit further over, it might have saved it. And then somebody said, that's the entrance to the car park, though.
You remember the same thing happened about 10 years ago, maybe less than that.
Yes.
Yeah. They had it repaired, and then they put some bollards up.
But there was one.
They actually had the gate there, which was a post in the ground.
Yeah.
So that would have stopped cars coming to it. But then they took that down, replaced it with like a scaffold pole.
That's right.
I
But
don't
there
know,
was
but they're not there anymore.
there was one woman brought in.
Loads of times though. It's only chicken wire and cement anyway.
Yeah, it's nothing
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Easily
But-
repaired.
But it is listed.
We're about to cut off, boys.
Yeah. See you guys next week. Have a good week.
Are we
Yeah.
gone? All right.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
See you all next week.